So we are at Chakra Yoga. And we just went through kind of assessing all these 7 different energy centers and any kind of physical manifestation that may have arrived because one of these energy centers got blocked. So if there is something physically going on and you want to focus on that today, I invite you to do that. And the Bija mantras, again, we're going to be chanting these as we move through the different chakras. So the base chakra, which is Lam, it's at the base of your spine. It's red. It's, again, everything is spinning clockwise. So we might just you can just Lum, 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 Lum. You can let yourself have your own little melody. And then the second one, the sacral chakra, is orange. And that Bija mantra is Vam, V-A-M, Vam. And again, I'm going to guide you. The third chakra around the solar plexus, your belly, is Ram, R-A-M, if you can roll your tongue. The fourth chakra is around the heart center. It's green. And the third chakra is yellow. The green around the heart, this fourth chakra, the Bija mantra is Yam, Y-A-M. The fifth is around the throat and neck. It's blue. And the Bija mantra is Hum, H-A-M, Hum. And then we've got the sixth and the seventh. The sixth is the pineal gland, and that doesn't get stimulated very much after adolescence. So think of indigo, think of the third eye, and even think of maybe that pineal gland. And the Bija mantra is Om. And then when we move into the pituitary gland, that Bija mantra, it's violet, and then Bija mantra, the sound is a silent Om. So again, I will be guiding you through all of that. So let's go ahead and get started. If you need to modify, I've got a couple different props, so I'm going to give you some modifications, but just respect yourself, honor yourself, do what you can do, move just to your edge so that you can get something out of this. And if you need anything, just wave to me. If you're watching the recording, really, truly take care of yourself and listen to your body, because your body will also help you to know what needs to happen, what it needs. All right. So we're going to start in downward facing dog. And we're going to start with the Bija mantra Lam, L-A-M. And so in downward facing dog, just give yourself a minute to kind of paddle your feet. I'm going to turn my mat. Sometimes you can move your shoulders a little bit. If you can't quite make it to downward facing dog, you can always just be on your hands and knees, or you can come down onto your forearms and be in this position, dropping the head between your biceps. Just see if you can move into downward facing dog and take some nice deep breaths. And when you exhale, open up the jaw, relax the breath out. And then think of your home, your physical home, or even the home of Mother Earth. And as you're taking some nice deep breaths, send love and blessings and gratitude to your home, feeling that connection through your feet and your hands. And then if you want, chant that Bija mantra as much as you want. Lum, 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 lum. Good. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, release your knees. Do a little bit of an up dog. Breath in. Exhale, seat to heels. Breath out. And just relax in child pose for a moment. You can open up your knees, or you can keep your knees together. Good. Inhale, come back into down dog. And if you want, you could extend your right leg up to the sky, or just bring your right foot in between your hands. Inhale, float up into warrior one. And then exhale, turn the body, coming into warrior two, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend that front knee, and just let it kind of move towards your baby toe. Good. And adjust your legs and your body and feel that whole red all around the base of your spine, that chakra spinning, clearing out any energy of the lower extremities that are blocked. Maybe it's the bones that are feeling it. Good. Maybe there's some sciatica going on in your body. Anything that might be happening. Take some nice deep breaths in warrior pose and chant lum. Lum, 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 lum. Good. Inhale, straighten the front knee. And then reach out and come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. If you want, you could hold a block. You could put your hand on your shin. Extend that left arm up if you can do that. If you can look up, look up. If you need to look down, that's okay too. Now take a nice deep breath and feel the stability that you've got right here. Breathe in deeply. Exhale, and as you do, send love and energy and gratitude to whatever your profession is, whatever your livelihood is, whatever allows you to support yourself. Good. Take some nice deep breaths, and when you're ready, chant Lum with love and gratitude for your livelihood. Lum, 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 lum. Good. Inhale and extend your left arm alongside your ear. Good. Exhale, turn the body, release the hands down, step back into down dog. Take some nice deep breaths here. Connect with the earth, connect with your home. Good. And then if you want, left leg up to the sky or whatever feels comfortable, and then step that left foot in between your hands, float up into warrior one. Exhale, rotate, Virabhadrasana 2. Good. Bend that knee towards your baby toe. Take some nice deep breaths and chant Lum. Lum, 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 lum. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Extend out into triangle, Trikonasana. Rotate the body, kind of tuck that right hip under. Move the left hip a little bit out. Look up if you can, or look down. Good. And then think of also your career or the skill set and the talents and the knowledge that you have that you bring into your job. And as you breathe, send love and blessings and gratitude to your profession. Good. Nice deep breath. Chant Lum. Lum, 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 lum. Good. Inhale, extend that right arm over, reaching alongside your head, your ear. Maybe look at your hand. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, release the hands down to the floor. Step back into downward facing dog, please. Good. Now see at the base of your spine, that beautiful red spiraling. Good, clearing the energy. Any of those lower extremity, maybe physical discomforts that you've got. Maybe there's some back stuff going on. Maybe there's something going on with elimination. Good. Now inhale through the soles of your feet, coming all the way up your legs, and exhale down your spine and into your hands. And just let yourself breathe that pattern. Inhaling through the soles of your feet, all the way up to your tailbone. See that red spinning, and then exhale down through your spine and into your hands, back into the earth. Do that a few more times. Good. Beautiful. And then go ahead and gently bring your knees down. Walk your hands out. Come into plank. Good. And just move through your feet a little bit. And then eventually come into up dog and down dog. And up dog, inhaling, exhaling, down dog. Fingers nice and open. Maybe look up when you come into up dog. Look between your feet when you come into down dog. 2 more times. Good. And then after this last one, go ahead and again, release the knees down and sit back into child pose. Just take a moment to reassess how you're feeling. Physically, mentally, remember your intention. And now moving into the second chakra, orange, all about your personal creativity. So if you're feeling blocked or there's anything happening with your reproductive organs, or again, elimination, lower back, your hips, start to clear that with some nice deep breaths. The Bija mantra is VAM, V-A-M. Come up into all fours. Open the knees wide enough so that you can start to circle the hips. It doesn't matter which direction right now, because we're going to go the opposite direction. So just kind of be aware of what you intuitively or automatically did. Good. And then gently go the other way. If your knees need a blanket underneath them, you can always reach over and have your blanket handy. Tuck it under your knees. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. And then go ahead and swing your legs around, coming into Tadasana. And because the second chakra has a lot about the water element, as you can imagine, we're going to do a little bit with the vibration of the Bija mantra VAM. And so what you're going to do is just put your hands over your ears, kind of like headphones. Heels extending out, energy extending all the way out and all the way up. And then just chant VAM with these headphones on. Vam, 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 va, va, vam, 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 vam. Release the hands. Take a nice deep breath. So the Bija mantras create like a keyboard on the roof of your mouth, and it affects the meridians of your body. This is why it's so potent in helping the chakras clear the energy when we chant the Bija mantra. So hopefully you got a chance to feel that vibration. Extend the arms out. We've done this before. This is such a good one for this whole pelvic area. So you're just going to easily rowboat forward and back. When you go back, you're going to inhale. And when you move forward, you're going to exhale. Keeping the back nice and long. Maybe you can go a little bit further. And with each exhalation, chant VAM, 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 VAM. 2 more. VAM, VAM. Good. Come into Tadasana again. Take a nice deep breath. And then bend the knees into the chest. I'm going to open up into Cobbler Pose, Tadasana. And just let yourself kind of rock a little bit. And maybe there is a relationship that needs some healing. Could be even somebody that's not in your life physically anymore. Or maybe there's, again, some creativity. Or maybe there's a little bit too masculine energy or too feminine energy, and you want to balance that. Good. And when you feel like, okay, I've kind of settled on something, take a nice deep breath and cross your arms. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, and you don't have to cross your arms. You can hold your feet also. So just find some leverage with your arms. Drop your head. Take some nice deep breaths. And go ahead and chant the Bija mantra from. Bum, 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 bum. Good. Inhale, bring your knees together. And then you're going to rock to and fro on your spine. So find a place, make sure that you have clearance and that you're going to rock the legs up and you're going to come back into sitting. If you can, open your knees. When you come in, open your knees. Good. See if you can do that 7 times. Exhaling when you come up. Inhaling. Good. A few more times. And after the 7th one, again, just sit up nice and tall. Maybe butterfly the legs a little bit. If you want, you could slide the arms underneath the shins or the calves and hold the tops of your feet. And once again, just bow into yourself and use this Bija mantra to clear any energy that might be blocked in this sacral center. Lum, 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 lum. Let yourself feel the vibration of the sound, just like you did when you had the headphones on. Good. Inhale, release the arms, bring your knees together. Good. Take a nice deep breath and hug the knees. Good. And now roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Bring the feet in as close as you can to the buttocks. Your arms could be alongside you. We're going to do bridge pose. Or when you lift up, you might be able to hold on to your ankles. We're going to use this asana later when we come into the throat chakra. So right now, you're just going to kind of lift your hips and release them back down. You're going to lift up and release them back down. And lift up and release them back down. Good. You just kind of feel your hips loading up. Good. And if you want, Bija mantra lum as you lift up. Lum. 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 And when you've done 7 or thereabouts, go ahead and just release the hips down. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop open. And just lay your hands on this pelvic region. Close your eyes. See that beautiful orange healing energy. Good. So this is a really wonderful opportunity to forgive anyone, anybody any relationships that you've had that you just want to release, heal. And then inhale and bring the knees together. Bring them to your chest.
Extend your arms out into a T position and just rock your knees from left to right. Use your arms to kind of leverage or support yourself as you're twisting. Moving up to the Manipura, the third chakra, it's yellow. It's all around your solar plexus, has to do with your digestive organs a lot. You can also think about it being your gut knowing or intuition. Good. So when you feel like, okay, I'm pretty warmed up in this, you're going to take a nice deep breath on the inhale center and then let your knees drop to the left. Exhale. And if you can look to the right, go ahead and do that. If you need to look up, go ahead and look up. And if you need to scooch around a little bit and modify, you can do that. So we're easing into a nice gentle twist. It's kind of like massaging your internal organs, your intestines, giving some love to the spleen and the gallbladder and the liver and the stomach. And oh my goodness, there's so much going on with our digestive system. So see a beautiful yellow light all around that area. You know, and if you are having any digestive issues, or maybe you're even just having difficulty digesting a new thought or maybe a new way of living, maybe there's something that you can't quite stomach. So let yourself have a moment to reflect on that. And the Bija mantra is Ram, R-A-M. Ram, 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 Ram. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Maybe adjust a little bit if you need to. Bring your head to center. And then exhale, float the knees over to the right. Maybe you need a blanket in between your legs. You can do that. And then find a place where your neck and head can be. And as you're twisting, just send love and blessings and any forgiveness to your past. Kind of like you're looking the opposite way. And just chant Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Good. Inhale, bring your knees back up. Beautiful. And then just like you did earlier, do a little bit of rock and roll on your spine. Maybe 3. And then come into a seated position with your knees bent to your chest. Take an inhale, lengthen up. Good. We're going to rotate to looking to over our right shoulder first. So if I look opposite to you, you can adjust. So extend up through your right arm. Hold your legs if you can with your left. Lengthen and then twist, dropping that right arm behind you as close to the buttock as feels comfortable. Looking over the shoulder, relax the shoulder blade down. And send love and blessings and forgiveness to anyone in your past that you feel has harmed you, or gotten in your way. And know that as you forgive them, you free yourself. So continue to take nice deep breaths and chant Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Inhale, back to center, hug the knees, give it a squeeze, lengthen up. Left arm up to the sky. Exhale, rotate the body nice and long. Use the leverage of your right arm to help you twist with your legs. Looking over your left shoulder. Take some nice deep breaths. And see anyone that you may have harmed or hurt. And send love and blessings and forgiveness to your past, to anything that maybe got in your way or you got in your own way. And chant Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Good. Inhale, back to center, lengthen up. Good, beautiful. And then go ahead and roll back down again. Take the arms up over your head, stretch your legs out nice and long, and take a nice deep breath and just stretch, stretch, stretch the body. Good. Exhale and release. Good. Now keep the legs long if you can, and then just press down on your elbows and see if you can lift your chest. If you can, release the neck and just let maybe about 5 or 10 pounds of pressure be on the top of your head. If that doesn't feel comfortable to do any of that, you can just let your head rest on the back where you're not extending your neck. Good. Take one more nice deep breath and say yum. Lower down. And then once you're down, go ahead and relax your legs open and turn your head very gently from side to side. Very, very gently. Good. And then roll over onto your abdomen. Again, just rest for a moment. Let the big toes touch. Let your heels drop open. Turn your head to one side. Make a pillow with your arms. And just bring your awareness into the heart center. And see that beautiful green spiraling chakra in between your shoulder blades, just above the heart center. And this is where compassion and love and kindness can really start to come in. So take some nice deep breaths and ask yourself, is there anything that my heart needs? Or maybe I'm not breathing in life deep enough. Maybe my lungs need deeper breaths. Good. And then turn the head to one side or turn the head center. You're going to come up into Cobra just to begin with. So forearms on the ground or on your mat. Good. Legs nice and strong together. Inhale, press up and extend your heart, your love energy out from your heart. If you can, close your eyes and let your eyes look up towards the center of your forehead or the third eye. And chant the Bija mantra, yum, Y-A-M. Yum, 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 yum. Inhale. Exhale, release. Turn your head to the other side. Just let your cheek rest on your forearms. Let your legs fall open. And scan this heart center. Is there any more opening that you could have? Is there any love that you could invite in? And maybe start with just, what are you grateful for? What do you appreciate? That opens the heart. Good. Turn your head center, bend your knees. Reach back, and if you can take a hold of your ankle or even one, you can do one at a time. But if you can reach back and take a hold of both, you can flex the feet or you can touch the big toes together, whatever feels comfortable. Pull the navel in to support your lower back, and then inhale, lift up into bow, and then chant yum, opening up that heart. Yum, 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 yum. Exhale, release down, touch the heels to the buttocks if you can do that, and then release the legs. Let your arms rest alongside you unless you need them to be a pillow. Turn the head to the other direction. Now invite in some really big breaths. Fill those lungs up as if the back of the lungs are also inflating. Good, good, beautiful. Inhale, come back to center with the head. Walk your arms up. We're going to ease back gently into child pose. Take a breath here. And then guide yourself up onto your knees. So we're going to come into camel. You're going to put your hands on your sacrum. You can also come up onto your toes if you want to reach back and take a hold of your ankles, but you have to determine how your back feels. So before you start to go into a back bend to open up the heart and start to move into the neck and throat chakra, go ahead and think about that you're lengthening the front of your body. So you're lifting the heart up to the sky rather than just leaning back. Once you find what feels good for you, again, you could put your hands down on your ankles or shins, or you can keep your hands on your sacrum. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Look up if your head can do that. Open up your heart, chanting yum, 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 yum. Inhale, come back to center, ease down into child pose. Arms can be underneath your forearms if you need, or you can stack your fist. Knees can be apart or together. And now in your mind, see all four chakras: red, orange, yellow, green. Red, orange, yellow, green. Lum, bum, rum, yum. Lum, bum, rum, yum. Out loud, lum, bum, rum, yum. Take a nice deep breath. All right. Swing around. We're going to come into bridge pose again, start to move into the neck and the throat. You did a little bit when you just did camel. So once you bring yourself around, you're going to roll down like you did earlier. This time you might be a little bit more warmed up to bring the heels in closer and hold on to your ankles if you can. And as you inhale and lift all the way up, slide your arms and your shoulders underneath your shoulder blades so you can lift a little higher, because what you want to do is you want to bring some stimulation to the thyroid, to the neck and throat. So try to lift up through the chest using the strength of your legs, pelvis, lower back, buttocks. If you can, have a little bit of pressure on your neck and throat because of your chest. Good. Now take a nice deep breath and then slowly lower back down. Relax your hips and walk your feet further apart so your knees can collapse into one another. Open up your arms and let the palms face up. Take a nice deep breath. And just for a moment, ask yourself, is there anything that I'm not expressing or saying, or maybe I'm not crying if I need to cry, or laughing out loud. Is there anything that's not being moved through the neck and throat? The Bija mantra in this is hum, H-A-M. So bring your body back into preparation for bridge pose, arms alongside, or holding onto the ankles as you inhale, lifting up on the pelvis. Slide the arms underneath your back. Bring a little bit of pressure to the neck and throat. Push down through your heels, lift up through your hips. Focus on this beautiful blue chakra. Hum, 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 hum. Slowly lower down. Good. And this time, if you want, you can bring the knees back together, or you can stretch your legs out. Turn the palms up. Take a few cycles of breath. So we're going to come into, you can do bridge pose again, or if you want, we can come into shoulder stand. So shoulder stand, what I recommend is that people, if you have a blanket that you can put in the upper portion of your back. So the blanket is like this on this part of your back, so that your neck, when you roll, has a place to go. You can also do bridge pose. And then earlier we did fish pose. And you can also, on this one, use a ball or maybe even just another blanket or pillow or whatever. But what you want to do, the floor is slippery. What you want to do is you want to open up the heart and the neck and the throat. So this is another great modification for you to do that. So kind of prop yourself. If you're doing shoulder stand, maybe use a blanket. Do bridge pose again. Just want to make sure you're safe, but also getting some real good benefits here. So with the blanket, I just want to make sure you can see me. Sunshine is coming in, but I don't have any, I don't use blinds, so I don't have any way to turn off the sunshine. So when if you're doing shavasana or shoulder stand, just make sure that the blanket's on the top of the shoulders, so that when you come up, you have space for your neck. And then when you're there, nice deep breath, chanting hum. Hum, 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 hum. Release down. Legs can be over your head. The same thing as what you did with bridge pose. Your arms are tucked under and then slowly lowering down, one vertebrae at a time. If you can, lower the legs and then rest in shavasana again. Open legs, open arms, take a breath. Good. One more nice deep breath. Beautiful. Rolling over, coming into child pose. So we're moving now into our sixth chakra. So think about that third eye and that indigo color. The Bija mantra is Om. And just again, put a little bit of stimulation on that gland, the pineal gland. And allow yourself to close your eyes and go within. It could be a vision that you have for your life. It could just be relaxing your brain. Maybe there is something that you need to see about yourself. And then even if you're not really clear, let this pose, this asana, and the Bija mantra Om to do the work. Om. 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 Easing yourself into headstand, moving into the crown chakra, violet. It's at the top of the head. So wherever it feels comfortable, you can put a blanket if you feel like you need a little bit more support. If you want to do tripod headstand, your hands and your top of your head are going to be like a triangle. That's one of the safer, easier ones because you've got your hands supporting you. It's not just the top of your head. If you have headstand in your practice or you want to do headstand prep, lace the fingers together. Make sure that your elbows are in line with your shoulders. And then just letting the back of your head resting in the laced fingers. So whatever feels comfortable for you, you can even use a wall. You can even just stay in headstand prep. Once you get into position, say one silent Om, and then gently come out of it back into child pose. Just take your time. Engage the core. And when you come into child pose, just think of all of your teachers and send love and blessings to all of the teachers, the ancestors, every spirit, maybe even spirit animals that have always been there for you, teaching you, guiding you, assisting you, caring for you. Just take a moment to meditate on that in child pose. And if you need to be on your back, you can certainly roll over. We're going to be in Shavasana in a minute anyway. Good. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring yourself into Shavasana. Let your legs extend out and open up. Let your arms come alongside you in a comfortable position that your palms can face up. Good. Move your facial muscles around a little bit and then let all of your facial muscles relax. Nice, even breaths, just letting everything kind of fall out. Soft belly, relax back. So scanning all of the facial muscles and relaxing the facial muscles.
and down around the ears and the neck and the throat. Relaxing shoulders all the way down the arms, relaxing any last little bit of tension out through the fingertips. Chest and belly soft, all of the back muscles relaxing, upper, middle, lower back. Down through the buttocks and the hips. Feeling that relaxation, even the pelvic floor, down through your legs, around your knees, into your calves and shins, your ankles, your feet. And let the toes and in between your toes relax. And imagine from the soles of your feet coming up to this root chakra red, and then exhaling back down through the soles of your feet. This pattern, inhaling and exhaling, coming up through each chakra 3 times. Inhale, base chakra, exhale, VAM, all the way back down. Inhale, base chakra, exhale, VAM, all the way back down. Inhale, first chakra, exhale, VAM, all the way back down. Inhale through the soles of the feet, through the first, the second chakra, VAM, all the way down. Inhale, LAM, VAM, exhale out. Inhale, LAM, VAM, all the way back out. Inhale through the first and second to the third chakra, RAM, back down. Inhale, LAM, VAM, RAM, all the way back down. Inhale, base of the spine, sacral, solar plexus, back down. Inhale to the heart chakra through the first, second, third, YAM, back down. Inhale, first, second, third, fourth chakra, YAM, back down. Inhale all the way up to the heart. Exhale, YAM. Inhale all the way first, second, third, fourth to the throat. Hum. Inhale all the way up to the throat. Exhale, hum. Inhale, lum, lum, rum, yum, hum. Inhale through the first 5 chakras to the third eye, the Ajna center. Om. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Om. Lum, bum, rum, num, yum, om. Lum, bum, rum, yum, hum, om. Now breathe in through all the chakras to the crown chakra. Hold the breath as long as you can. And when you're ready to exhale, 1 silent Om. Exhaling all the way out. Staying with letting go, letting go, letting go. And only inhale when you absolutely have to. And then let yourself just breathe in your own natural, comfortable way. And then invite in a nice cleansing breath. Let your toes and fingers wiggle. Maybe brush the thumbs against the fingertips. Slide your feet onto the ground or the floor or the mat and just let your knees rock a little bit from side to side until you can roll yourself over to one side. Take a breath or two there. And then gently, if you're not already sitting up, come into a seated position. And we're going to go through the chakras behind, just see them gently spiraling again, clockwise behind you. And thank your body for all that it does for you. And thank your spirit for being in your life. And just choose one thing from this day that you're grateful for. And ask yourself, why am I grateful for this? And let that awareness provide more appreciation. And then bring your hands together, Anjali Mudra and heart center. And if you'd like, we will chant together one Om. Breath in. Om. Thank you. Namaste. So before I turn off the recording, I want to just go through the chakra flow that I showed you last week that I do in the morning. See if you guys are doing it too. So, right hand is over left, over the top of your head, going in a clockwise circle, this beautiful violet, stopping that rotation to bring it down in front of the third eye, and again, clockwise, indigo, and then bringing it down to the neck and the throat. And you can kind of even be thinking as you bring it down to the heart or any of these chakras, what they represent and how they're going to carry you through for the day. Solar plexus. And then dropping down to the sacral area, creativity, balance of male, female, beautiful water element, and then lower base chakra. Home, livelihood, money, all that stuff. Good. And then inhale, float the arms up and over and then out and around. Again, carrying all those chakras up, out through the crown of the head and around, protecting you. Inhale. Good. Nice balance of energy carried through with you.